Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing fine. It's a very rainy afternoon in Bengaluru. It's raining cats and dogs and elephants and giraffes and rhinoceros. It's been non-stop raining. Actually, I was supposed to record this session from a studio, but then because of the incessant rains, I decided that okay, I'll go live from home itself. Hope you're all doing fine. Okay, now that you have already finished the civil service examination. Okay. And now you are getting to the mode of forest service examination. Hope you're all done with the civil services mode, and now you're all in the forest service mode already. All right. So let us do a quick audio and video check. Okay, a quick one, so that if you're able to hear me and see the screen properly, okay, the PPT that I have shared, just let me know here in the comment section. A quick audio and video check, please. And those of you who are preparing from Bangalore, do take care of yourself and ensure that you take adequate precautions with respect to the rains that's coming. Right, and do not venture out unless it's necessary. All right. So, starting with the strategy part. Now, English 300 marks paper, right? And unlike your civil service examination, okay, unlike your civil service examination here, it is counted as a part of your mains marks, right? And this will help you get a rank. Whereas for civil services, it's just a qualifying paper. But for forest services, it counts and it matters a lot. And the rank that you get will be dependent also on your English score. So in your civil service examination, this paper is called as compulsory English. Now here it is called as general English. Now, you must be aware, but still, I'll just give you a quick um, outline about the paper. 300 marks paper. You have 100 marks ka essay that you have to write, and then you have 25 marks of letter writing, 25 marks of report writing, and 50 marks of precis writing. 50 marks of passages. Passages will be given. Based on that, you have to write, I think, 5 answers, and then 50 marks of grammar. Like in those 50 marks you have to do a little bit of uh, uh, they'll give a sentence and you have to identify what mistake is that, or they'll give two words out of which you have to make a sentence. You have to convert into noun or adjectives, or whatever they say for 50 marks, that is there. And in this strategy session we are going to discuss how to approach each part of the exam. Only for Precis we will be doing an exercise. Okay, remaining we'll just discuss the strategy only for Precis writing, because remaining everything is very simple. Okay, whereas for essay I'll give you the outline. For letter writing as well as report writing, I'll give you the outline. With respect to Precis, we will do a detailed one exercise we will do. Passage again, very simple. You have to just have to write answers. I will tell you the outline, and the strategy for grammar also I will tell you. All right, and then we will have the question and answer doubts session. Okay, so we will begin with essay. Okay, as you all know, essay is how you all gotten to know me. So we'll start with essay 100 marks. Now, with respect to the essay, here the essays are very simple topics. I'll just show you one PYQ here. Now, this is, I think, 2021 wala paper. See the questions that they have given. Our urban survival depends upon efficient waste management. Paradox of freedom and responsibility. COVID-19, a natural calamity or a man-made disaster, perils of eco-degradation, what we used to call as technical topics or subject-wise topics, same ones, but very simple. Okay, not even that complicated as it is given in civil services. If you go to 2000, this was from 2022 wala mains paper. If you see here, biodiversity and human existence, data privacy in a digital age. Today's demographic dividend is tomorrow's crisis of elderly population. Life skills education should be an essential part of a school curriculum. And if I see you show you last year's paper, okay, this is the same one. Okay, this is the same one. So if we can see, the topics are fairly very similar, fairly very easy, fairly very simple. Content does not matter much here. As long as you are sticking to the topic, content actually doesn't matter much here. So all those things that I have taught you in essay edits course for civil service examination, all those feedback that I have given, frame arguments like this, counter arguments like this, analysis like this, you have to little bit of do unlearning and relearning and tone it down a bit. ज्यादा complexity is not needed. इसमें जरूरत ही नहीं है उतने complexity की. Now, instead of spending your time framing arguments, analysis, unique examples, blah, 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 spend your time focusing on a language, spend your time focusing on grammar, spellings, and presentation. So these are the things that matter. Grammar should be perfect. Spellings should be perfect. Comma, full stop, apostrophe, hyphen, everything matters here. So the approach to essay is very simple. See, you have to write about 800 to 1000 words. 900 is better. Okay, do not, and be very very mindful of word limit here. So keep an average. 800 is little too less, 1000 is too more, 900 odd words should be sufficient. So word limit becomes very 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 important for this exam. So ensure that you don't write too much here and ensure that you don't write less. One thing I want to tell you, unlike civil service examination, you will never face time crunch in this paper or any other paper, even for general knowledge paper or optional paper, you are never going to face time crunch. So time is on your side. Okay, so time is on your side, so you don't have to worry too much about time management. You don't have to worry too much about the content as long as you're writing relevant to the topic. Now, if at all you are writing about data privacy in a digital age, as long as you're sticking to data privacy in digital age, doesn't matter. So my suggestion for you is go for a descriptive essay. Right? Now, in the first paragraph, no need of very, very, very mind-blowing hook. You can go with a simple hook. But one thing I will reiterate that you had to do in civils also, on the forest service also, concise writing. Do not over elaborate here, especially in forest service. Do not over elaborate for whatsoever reason. Okay, so over elaboration is not at all needed. Write a simple descriptive hook. Now, if it's about data privacy, write something about data privacy. If it's about demographic dividend and elderly population, give that context. With respect to life skills, give the context. Biodiversity and humans, give the context. No need of creating imaginary anecdotes, impactful anecdotes, poetry, that, this, nahi chahiye. Yeah, if you can think of something, if you can write, well and good. You can write, but write it concisely. Why? Because I want your core argument should be in the second paragraph. So whatever you write, let's say you are writing about Paradox of freedom and responsibility. First paragraph is your descriptive hook or any type of hook. You can go with any type of hook there. But in the paragraph number 2, your core argument should be there. As long as you can write the core argument in the second paragraph, that's your job is done. Whereas in forest service, whereas for civil service, I used to stress on write a very impactful hook. यहाँ पे impress करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Here you have to meet the requirements of standard essay writing. Standard essay writing के requirements, these things: language, grammar, spellings, presentation. So write the core argument, and उतना complex नहीं है, simple. Keep it very simple. You don't have to be both for the topic, against the topic. Even if you can write a descriptive essay without any counter arguments or additional arguments, it's fine, as long as you meet the 900, that is 800 to 1000. 900 I'm taking the middle ground, right? So ensure that keep the essay very simple. Don't spend too much time brainstorming. Here, if at all you are spending time, you have to spend time checking every paragraph which you write. Once you are done with that paragraph, you have to proofread the paragraph. Ensure that now introduction, first paragraph is over. You proofread for spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, and you correct it. And also ensure that you write it at a moderate pace so that you don't make the mistake in the first place. So even while writing, your pace should be adequately so slow enough or moderate enough that you do not make the mistake in the first place. So try and prevent, be proactive. After you're done with the paragraph, read it. Every paragraph, I'm not talking first you write the essay, no, first every paragraph. It will take 1 minute for you. Every paragraph, 1 minute proofread. And if at all you have made any mistake that you have made, correct it on the spot. Do not like पहले सारा essay लिखूंगा and then I will correct it. No, paragraph by paragraph, because here everything matters is those things: grammar, spellings, language. And remember, second paragraph core argument. The ratio of introduction to body to conclusion is same. 10 to 15% of your essay should be your body, about 100 words of introduction, 100 words introduction, 80 to 100 words introduction, 80 to 100 words conclusion. Rest everything is body. 700 words ka body. 100 words introduction, 100 words conclusion, 700 words body. That's 900 words. So 10 to 15% of your essay is the introduction, 10 to 15% of your essay is the conclusion, and remaining is the body. Body, write it very simple, descriptive only. Now, for example, let's say if you're taking that perils of eco-degradation. Let's say you started off with context. You can even start by defining eco-degradation. What is happening? And you write the core argument. Core argument is something like eco-degradation is having serious ramification on the survival of humans, the planet, and immediate steps are to be taken to combat eco-degradation. Right, that is your core argument, and then you start off. First, just ensure that the connective words are there, flow is maintained. Right, you can start like firstly, okay, eco-degradation and humans, eco-degradation and agriculture. Secondly, eco-degradation and agriculture, or just start like this. Furthermore, additionally, connective words are very important in the body here, and you have the list of connective words with you. Make full use of them. Right, so eco-degradation and animals, eco-degradation and plastic waste, eco-degradation, overall planets, north-south divide, all pestle approach leke aao, horizontal dimensions, whatever you want. But I don't want you to you can write arguments and everything, but why I am saying that arguments and analysis you can sort of not do here is that thing takes time. Here it's not about writing like amazing arguments, it's about meeting these standards. So invest time in this rather than investing time thinking amazing arguments, uh, uniqueness, etc. That doesn't matter much. This matters, so stick to that. So don't overcomplicate, keep it simple. And then when you come to the conclusion, sum it up, summary is needed, and restate the thesis and conclusion. It conclusion can be like a GS way forward here. So I'm telling whatever we learned for civils, right? So a little bit of unlearn and relearn is there. Okay. I don't go too poetic. Poetic. I was telling write poetry, write that and all. Not needed much here. Okay. So keep it very simple and keep it very effective. If you want to write poetry, also no harm, but better to keep it like standard. Okay, GS way forward की तरह conclusion देना दे सकते हो. But remember, you don't miss on the summary. Remember, you don't miss on the restatement of thesis and then a proper conclusion. Again, 100 words, one page. Very simple. Wish it was this simple for civils. All right. So just to summarize everything, essay. The topics are very simple, straightforward. Okay, very simple, straightforward, very easy topics. All four topics you can easily write an essay. Whichever topic you feel like writing, pick. You don't have to be very particular about topic selection here again. Preferably the topic in which the you had the most content. Okay, pick that. Keep the introduction hook simple. Go for a descriptive hook. Remember that core argument should come in second paragraph. Two paragraphs of introduction is enough here. One page, two paragraph introduction. Body, descriptive body, but with connectives. Let there be flow in the essay. Do not compromise on a flow at whatsoever reason. Conclusion, summary of the body, restatement of this is very important, and a conclusion, a proper conclusion. You don't have to worry about creating a lasting sense of impression. सब भूल जाओ उसको, okay? For time being, okay? Just a proper conclusion can be like a GS way forward also, doesn't matter much. And every paragraph, once you write, be careful while writing that you do not do any mistake. And once you are done writing, you recheck it, proofread it. And after, if you are done with the paper, which I think you'll be done very early here. Once you are done with the paper, if you still have time, go back and reread the entire essay. Okay, since essay is 100 marks, always start by writing an essay here. And after you're done with the essay, go to the other sections, and that will also be over quickly. And then you come back here and you can proofread again. And all of you who do not have good presentation, you do not have time crunch here, try to write as neatly as possible. I cannot emphasize enough here. Try to write as neatly as possible here, guys. It doesn't matter how your handwriting was in civils, but here presentation is of a paramount importance. So try to be as neatly as possible. Neatness matters a lot. Content not like content has to be decent within the scope of the topic that we will do. Okay, so this is with respect to the essay part. If you have any doubts with respect to the essay, you can ask me now. Otherwise, we will go to the next, that is the letter writing. So, any doubts with respect to the essay? No further doubts. Then we will go to letter writing. Okay, very important. So letter writing, mein, before I can explain you the format of how to approach letter writing. Yeah, parallel 5 to 6 lines, 5 to 6 lines. Okay, and an average maintain 6. In between, you take 5 to 7. Occasionally, you can write little shorter paragraphs. Otherwise, 5 to 7 lines, and an average keep 6 lines. Every page, 2 to 3 paragraphs. Let it be let it be seen. Don't over elaborate anything. Aram se you can write. Now, with respect to letter writing, here three things matter the most. It's a formal letter that you have to write because in past all the years they ask formal letters. Format you have to. I will tell you the format. You have to by heart the format, and you have to write the letter in the same format, and no personal details. Now, if I show you a PYQ here, so if you see here, write a letter to the editor of an English daily complaining against the SHO of your locality for his refusal to lodge an FIR in case of a vehicle theft. See, they are specifically mentioning kindly do not write your name or address anywhere in your answer. Use ABC or XYZ for your name or that of a newspaper. So you don't even have, even for newspaper, you do not have to mention the name here per se. You have to use ABC or XYZ. Okay, ABC or XYZ you have to use for both for your name or for the newspaper. So XYZ newspaper करके लिख दो, ABC newspaper कर लिख दो, MNO newspaper, DEF newspaper. You just use three letters. Okay. So, and if you see one more paper here, write a letter to the. This is the last year, 2023 era. I'll write a letter to the member of parliament of your constituency requesting him or her to set up a sports center with coaching facilities for different sports in your area. Do not write your name or address. Use only ABC or XYZ. All right. So format matters, and it's a formal letter. And UPSC has specifically mentioned no personal details. So refrain from giving any personal details whatsoever. Okay. So refrain from giving any personal details whatsoever. So this is the standard format. Let's see the format. Okay, you can note it down simultaneously. Exactly here. So first you start with the sender's address. Now, for example, we'll take this. Now, we'll take this. Write a letter to the MP of your constituency requesting him or her to set up a sports center with coaching facilities. So, in sender's address, you have to start with your this thing. So let's say ABC XYZ Nagar or XYZ locality. Okay, that is enough. No need to mention Delhi, no need to mention Bangalore, no need to mention Ahmednagar, no need to mention Mumbai, because they have specifically mentioned. If you see here, like no, do not write your name or address revealing your identity. Use only ABC or XYZ for your name and that of the MP and the constituency. So they have clearly mentioned you don't even have to use the constituency. Okay, so XYZ Nagar. The next important thing here is the date. So next important thing here is the date. So ensure that you write the date in this format only. Date, month, year. Like, you can write the exam ka date only. Okay. 26 11 2024. You can mention date karke with a colon, or you can directly write. Or you can also write 26th November 2024. Either of the thing. Or you can go date, month, and year. So first sender's address, that is yours, ABC and XYZ Nagar. Then comes the date. You can write 26th November 2024 like that also, or you can write with date, month, and year format. Both will do. Then comes the recipient's name. So now if you are writing for like MP, MLA, or any official like newspaper ka editor, so Shri ABC you go, you give the designation, right? Let's say member of parliament. Don't write short form MP or member of legislative assembly. Same. If the locality is same, XYZ Nagar or XYZ newspaper. Let's say you are writing for a newspaper editor, XYZ newspaper. Let's say you are writing for a deputy commissioner, right? You have to write Sri ABC, deputy commissioner or district collector or superintendent of police, XYZ Nagar or XYZ newspaper. So based on that, you change it. Don't write any names because again, they have specifically told you. So, and this should come on the left hand side. Like the format should be exactly how I have told. Sender's address. After that, the date, leave some space, date, leave some space, start with the recipient's name. So you don't have to write exactly sender's address or recipient's name. That's not needed. What's given in the bracket. After that, comes the subject part. Subject or regarding. Do not mention both. Either you write subject or you write regarding with a colon, and ensure that you write it in the middle. So this is, let's say you're starting this from the margin. Here you leave some space for subject. So see this much space I have left. You start here and one line purpose of the essay. Sorry, purpose of the letter. I still can't get over essay. Okay, one line purpose of the letter. For example, regarding setting up of a sports facility in XYZ Nagar or multi-sports facility. Regarding stray dog menace disturbing the citizen. Regarding unwillingness of SHO to register FIR. Regarding plastic waste pollution in our locality. Regarding loudspeaker being played post 10 p.m. Curfew. Regarding deterioration of water quality. Anything. One line may you have to finish it off. And remember, this should come little in the middle. So do not start the subject in the margin. So this should come in the middle. All right. Then comes the salutation. This is called as the salutation. You're greeting them. Start with respected sir or respected madam, not both, because you know the gender. So either you go with respected sir or respected madam, not both. Do not, I have just put a respected sir or madam. You don't have to write both. You write respected sir or madam. And again, this should start from the margin only. So respected sir or madam should start from the margin itself. Right? So subject, little bit in the middle, subject, or you can write regarding. Okay, both are optional. And then you start with respected sir or madam. Some people even start with dear sir or madam, but go with respected sir or madam. That is more formal. Okay, respected sir or madam. Then the first paragraph. Now here, same how you write like essay paragraph, 3 paragraphs you have to write and try and finish off the entire letter in a single page. Okay, paragraphs have to be very small here. Introductory paragraph of 2 or 3 lines, body paragraph of 4 to 5 lines, concluding paragraph of 2 to 3 lines. So let me repeat here. Introductory paragraph of 2 to 3 lines, body paragraph of 4 to 5 lines, and concluding paragraph of again 2 to 3 lines. And all you have to again leave little space and start somewhere from here. Each paragraph start somewhere from here, and the next line you can continue from here. Okay, the next line you can continue from here. Like same how we used to do, follow in essay. So in the introductory paragraph, again you have to state the premise. Like I would like to bring your, again remember, in first person you are writing the letter. So only part where you have to write it in first person is here. Let's say respected sir or madam is over. You're starting. I would like to bring your kind attention to the lack of multi-sports facilities in our locality, which has many talented sports students, because of which their potential remains unfulfilled. This is the introductory paragraph. The body paragraph. In our locality, there is huge scope for wrestling, hockey, kabaddi, football, basketball, swimming, and many sports like this. Many of the students and youth, because of lack of multi-sports facility, have to travel long distance to the capital city. Again, don't name the city, the capital city, where they find it lot of where they face lot of difficulties. And many youths have dropped their sports aspirations because of the cost incurred by them. In our locality, only facility available is of cricket, but I humbly request you to sanction funds and start a multi-sports facilities covering the aforementioned sports with the state-of-the-art infrastructure and good coaches. This is the body paragraph. Little bit detailed with facts and everything. Like these sports are there, these sports are not there, and this is what is happening. Youths have to travel long distance, and many people who cannot afford are dropping out. Blah blah blah. And we need a state-of-art facility with good coaches. 4 to 5 lines. Concluding paragraph. A sort of a summary and requesting him to do it further. Right. I hope you, I kindly request, not hope, I kindly request you to do the needful so that the youth of our locality benefit from it. And going forward, we develop national level, international level, and Olympians from our own district. Very simple. Again, 2 to 3 lines. Then this has to come in the same format. On the left hand side, thanking you, yours faithfully, ABC. This is like standard. Okay, you cannot miss this at any cost. After the concluding paragraph, again on the left hand side, thanking you, yours faithfully, ABC. Whatever name you have chosen, same thing here, ABC. As simple as that. Right? So this is about letter writing. Let me just recap. Of what you have to do. So you start off with the sender's address. Remember not to use any personal information, including the places ABC, XYZ Nagar, that is you. Then you write date. Date should be written in date, month, year format, or you can write 20, like today is 15th October, right? 15th October, comma 2024. That also you can write. So many people write the full one, 15th October 2000, comma 2024. Write that. Then you have to write the recipient. So that can be any MP, MLA, editor, SP, DC. So start with Shri ABC. Write their designation in full form: a member of parliament, member of legislative assembly, district collector, superintendent of police, or editor in chief. but do not mention the locality. If it is a newspaper, XYZ newspaper. If it is an organization, XYZ organization. If it is a MP, MLA or an official, XYZ Nagar or XYZ locality. Do not violate these instructions. Then comes the subject of the letter or regarding, and that should be written little bit in the middle. So do not start from the margin. Write subject, put a colon. Remember, colon is very important. And write a one line purpose of the letter. So if I take a PYQ here, English daily, right? So regarding the refusal of SHO to register my FIR, one line, 1.5 line also you can write, but try to write it in one line. Then you go back to the margin and you start with respected sir or respected madam, not both. Then you write the introductory paragraph. I'm writing this letter to you to bring your attention on the refusal of the SHO to undertake an FIR after my bike was stolen. This is the introductory paragraph. Then in the body paragraph, further details come. In the introductory paragraph, you just set the premise. In the body paragraph, further details come. My bike was stolen from my home in XYZ locality 2 weeks back. After repetitive visits to the station, I have been denied by the SHO for registration of FIR regarding the theft of my bike. My protests have been ignored, and my bike is very important for me for my daily commute to my office. And without the registration of FIR, I cannot even claim the insurance on the bike. That is the body paragraph where I give the fact of the case, what trouble I am facing. So generally body paragraph will have what troubles I am facing, what is the impact of that. Very shortly, don't go too detail. And concluding paragraph, I hope that you shed light on this matter in your XYZ newspaper so that a common man's grievance is effectively addressed by the police department. Same. After that, thanking you on the left margin, yours faithfully on the left margin, and your name. Your name as in ABC. Okay. So not your actual name. That will be a huge blunder to do. And try and finish off the letter in a single page. One page is enough. Right. So one page is enough. Clear. All right. So any doubts pertaining to letter writing, you can ask. So the same format is mentioned in the book. Okay. Arihant descriptive English book. So if at all you have to refer any book for this, so Arihant descriptive English is a very good book for that. So anyways, further for grammar also I will suggest the same book itself. So if you have like any format issues, you can refer to that. Okay, there are about I think 20 or 15 sample essays, sample letters, everything these people have needed. Okay, no comma after date. You can put a comma after respected sir. No comma after yours faithfully. Okay, no comma after yours faithfully. No comma after date. Comma is optional after respected sir or madam. You can put it. No comma after yours faithfully. Any further doubts? Okay. Then let's go on to report writing. Okay, so letter writing was for 25 marks. So make sure that you don't waste too much time. I think writing a letter will take you about 8 to 10 minutes. That's all. And again, when you're writing a letter, my suggestion is to proofread it. Okay, so that any mistakes, any format mistakes, any try and not make mistakes in the first place. But if at all you make it, try and rectify it. Anything you write has to be you are proofreading it. All right. So we'll go with the report writing. Report writing, it's generally done by newspaper reporters. Okay. So I'll just first show you what they ask you to write and then come to how to write. So if you can look here, 25 marks again. Write a report on the contribution of a local NGO in the area of mental health issues among adolescents and teenagers. Again, here you do not have to write your name or address anywhere in your answer. Use ABC or XYZ for your name or that of NGO. Now, if you look at one more PYQs, write a report on the health awareness camp organized by the primary health care center of your locality. Again, do not write your personal details, that is your identity or the name of the locality, right? As simple as that. So here, when report writing, what you have to do, report has to be informative. Now, what is a report? Report contains the details, right? Report has to be informative. Report has to be objective, and the report has to be factual. And again, it goes without saying, no personal details. Informative, objective, factual. So all the facts should be there. It should be objective, it should be informative, and again, no personal details should be there. Okay, so how the format, I'll just show you here. Remember, informative, objective, and factual. Now start with your name. This ABC is your name, XYZ is your locality, and date 15th October. Okay, today's date I have written, or you can go with the exam date. Here year is not needed. Remember, for this thing you can write 15th October 2024 for letter, but for report writing you have to write just the date. ABC XYZ locality 15th October. As simple as that. And generally you have to write reports in 4 concise paragraph. Conciseness is common for everything that you do here. So report writing, on the left hand side, ABC, that is your name, XYZ locality or XYZ Nagar also you can write, XYZ locality, XYZ NGO also you can write, but XYZ locality, XYZ hospital, but XYZ locality 15th October or 26th November, whenever the exam date is, or any date that you want. So 4 paragraphs. So the introductory paragraph has to contain the context. 2 to 3 lines introductory paragraph, 2 to 3 lines or 3 to 4 lines introductory paragraph has to contain the context. For example, if we take the PYQ and let's say health awareness camp organized by PHC in your locality. So give the context. Given the incidence of rising non-communicable and communicable diseases, health awareness has taken a paramount has taken up of paramount importance in our day-to-day life. XYZ Primary Health Center organized a health awareness camp in its vicinity. That is the premise or the context that you are giving. So this is the first paragraph. In that next paragraph, try and write the facts of the event that has happened. So remember, facts should come in the next paragraph. About 4 to 5 lines of facts. Now, facts with not with respect to what you have beheaded for your civils, with respect to the event that was held. You can write made up facts also here. I actually have to write made up facts only. So The district health officer led the awareness camp, and 25 doctors of the hospital and 50 other staff were a part of it. We are giving the facts. About 600 people attended the health awareness camp and were taught about various sanitation, hygiene, healthy life, yoga, meditation. Special emphasis was uh, provided upon mental health issues. Free screening for basic diseases and deficiencies was also organized. So what happened in the event? Facts of the case. Like a newspaper reporter, you are writing 4 to 5 lines. That is the second paragraph. Next is one more paragraph, impact of those facts. So how those facts will impact the general public. The health awareness camp is expected to bring about a positive changes in the overall health and hygiene aspects of the local population. Teach them to maintain cleanliness, go for regular checkup, maintain a healthy diet, and aim is to further improve and conduct more awareness camps in the days to come. So how it will impact? It is also a part of the ongoing mission of the government to improve the general health. You don't have to write any scheme per se. If you want to write, you can write also national health mission, anything. That is your choice. It is also a part of the mission of the government or Ayushman Bharat, whatever you have to write. Okay, so part of the government to improve the overall health across the country. Last is like a summary. Now, report can be given for like this, where a health camp was organized, but it can also be on a report on some issue, right? I'll give you one example here. Yeah, mental health issues among adolescents and teenagers. If you see here, write a report on contribution of local NGO in the area of mental health issues among adolescents and teenagers. So when the issue is there, you can write a small generic way forward. You don't have to write like how you wrote your GS answers, but a very generic way forward you can write there. Or for this type of essay, like with this type of report where we did a health camp, there you can write a summary. For this, a summary will do. When there were issue, a generic way forward. No, summary would be like, the camp was a huge success, equally applauded by the people who attended, and the organizers were also very happy with the response they received. In the future, many more camps will be further organized in the locality. That's all. As simple as that. That is the summary. Or if it was, let's say, if it was of mental health issues, write like a way forward. So basically, this is what report writing is. Very simple. You start off with your name, that is ABC here, and you start off the name of the locality, XYZ locality, and date without the year, 15th October, 26th November, whatever you want. Now, introductory paragraph should contain the context. Now, if the topic was about mental health issues among adolescents and youth, uh, in the present day, the number of mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, aggression, etc., among youths and adolescents is on a rise. And the local NGO XYZ or ABC is actively taking part in addressing these rising issues. This is the context. Next comes the facts. Next paragraph is for the facts. As per the assessment done by the NGO in the nearby locality, 16% of the youth and adolescents in the age of 12 to 18, 12 to 18 or 12 to 20, you are the author, whatever facts you want to make it up, suffered from either of the mental health diseases such as anxiety, depression, or other mental health disorders. Further, in consultation with the experts, it was noted that it is adversely affecting the studies and their atmosphere at home. Many eminent doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, and counselors are part of this NGO. And this NGO offers both online as well as offline, because pandemic, whatever, online and offline. And they also conduct regular camps or also are available as a walk-in session. So 4 to 5 lines of facts. Next paragraph is impact of those facts. This efforts by this XYZ NGO has proved fruitful, as there is a steady trend of declining cases. Many people who visit the NGO for consultation always follow up for their treatment. And almost 90% of the people who visited for this adolescent and youth mental health services has have reported a positive change in their or positive response while addressing their issues. This is the impact, what impact it has created. Concluding paragraph, right? So the NGO further, further aims to scale up their operations and to create a much more meaningful impact in a long term, and enable the youth to tackle mental health issues in a non-discriminative and an empathetic way. Actually, this non-discriminative empathetic can come in the second or third paragraph itself. Okay. That will be better. But here also, and scale it up, and it is also being funded by the government and by the corporates via corporate social responsibility for the positive shifts it is bringing in the society. As simple as that. Right? Introductory paragraph. First is your name, locality, and the date in this format. Introductory paragraph, 2 to 3 line context. Next, facts paragraph, 5 to 6 lines, 4 to 5 lines. Next paragraph, again 4 to 5 lines or 5 to 6 lines. Concluding paragraph, again 3 to 4 lines. Yeah, generic way forward or a summary. Yeah, if you have any doubts with respect to report writing, you can ask me now. Or anything that we have covered so far. Okay, you can ask. Any doubts? All right. If no doubts, let's go to the next one. Very important one where we'll be spending a little bit of time doing a little bit of exercises. Remaining everything is almost fairly simple. This is a little, I would say, slightly challenging one, not very much. So, precis writing. So one thing that you have often found me saying in the previous sessions was write concisely, right? So precise writing is all about that, writing concisely, writing precisely. Okay, so that is what you have to do. They'll give you a huge passage. You have to reduce it to 1/3 words. So 1/3. Sometimes they mention the exact number of words around karke. Sometimes they tell 1/3. So if if that's the case, you have to roughly count the words and make one third of the words. So let me just show you how the question is asked here. Now, see here. This is last year's paper. Uh, Write a precis of the following passage in about 152 words. So they're telling in about 152. 152 means 150 to 160. Okay. So we have to write within 160 words. One third of the original length. And some precises in some exams ask for the title. Here they are specific. No need of any title. Do not give it any title. So they ask, which they will not. If they ask, then you give some unique title. So here they are specifically mentioning 152 words. Specifically, it's mentioned here. Sometimes, if you look at 21 ka question paper, they have told about one third of its original length. Do not assign any title to it. So they have not mentioned any word limit here, like 152, 160. They have not mentioned. So UPSC has asked both the types with the word limit, without exclusively or specifically mentioning the word limit. Right. So ensure that if the word limit like this is not mentioned, if the word limit like this is not mentioned, you spend time counting words. Okay, sorry, they have given the number of words, so divided by 3. So they have given 464 words divided by 3. I totally forgot they give the words. So here they have given 456 words. Okay, so they have given the number of words, so they have done the job for you. Okay, so divide it by 3, and that is your word limit, plus or minus 10. If it is 160 it is coming, you can go up to 170 or 150, not more than that. And if you remember, when you wrote civil service exam, they'll give a box, so they will know how many words that you have written. So here word limit is of paramount importance. If you cross the word limit, you are digging your own grave here. So what you have to do here is, once you are clear about the word limit, once you have arrived at a figure, read the entire precis in detail. Okay, you read it in detail so that you see everything that is there. Underline all the key ideas, arguments, counter arguments, if at all any, in the precis. So you have to write it, read it in detail. Take time to read. And here, it does not, the examples, the jargons, does not matter. Key ideas matter. So every paragraph will have one key idea, especially if the paragraph is of 4-5 lines or 5-6 lines. Every paragraph will have some key idea. While you are reading it, it is your duty to identify and outline that key idea that is there in that paragraph. Got it? And after identifying, you have to express that in your own formal language. Remember here, your own but formal language is a key. Do not like do not just copy paste, right? Do not just copy paste. Exact. Some people what they do, precis exact copy paste into one third of the size. No, it should be your own formal language, and ensure that you do not copy paste and you write it in your own formal language. So idea is simple here. Read the precis. While reading it, you can read it multiple times because you are not having any time concerns. So read it multiple times. While reading multiple times, I outline the core ideas that are there in the each paragraph. Here, examples, facts, statistics do not matter. The core ideas matter, and express those core ideas in your own formal language. And in the rough sheet, you can actually write a draft first. It's very important that you write a draft first in the rough sheet, so that you know the number of words you are coming about, and further you can remove some words, further you can add some words. Generally it will be removal. Okay, adding, you would have actually written little more, so that you can meet the one third word limit. So directly do not write in the boxes that are given in your answer booklet. Start it in the rough sheet. You can first write a draft Precis of entire passage that is given. Write the draft first, and then write it in fair. Count the words, write the draft, count the words, and then write it in fair. Now, for example, if the Precis is like this, where paragraphs are of almost, see here, almost small and medium sized paragraph. So four paragraphs are given here. So four paragraphs Precis you can keep. Right. And if the Precis is of this kind, when the paragraphs are too small, you can actually merge a couple of paragraphs if you want. Not a big problem. So this paragraph and this paragraph, the first two paragraphs can actually be merged here. Okay, but that is if the paragraphs are too small. If the paragraphs are of like this, how it was here. So if the paragraphs are like this, you can actually keep four paragraphs, means four paragraphs in Precis, but one third of the size. So let's do one short exercise now for Precis. So we will take this paragraph. First, you read the entire Precis, but I want the summary of this paragraph. Okay, this is 2021 ka paper. If at all it's not visible here, so you can download the 2021 ka Forest Service General English paper. Okay, Forest Service General English ka paper. You can generate. You can download the Precis, or if it's visible here, I can further zoom it. Okay, the second paragraph, when it states change is the master key. I'm sharing the paper in the group also. Okay, you can read the entire Precis. But I want the summary of that second paragraph. So this is 2021 ka. Okay, this is 2021. I'm just sharing that paper. 2021 Indian Forest Service means General English. Read the entire Precis and write this in about 25 to 30 words max. This paragraph. Yeah, I've shared in the group also. And I'll give you 5 minutes. I think that's more than sufficient. Time starts now. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is actually a little too much. And you send this on my Telegram. Okay, you all have my Telegram ID, right? I'll just type it out here as well. So 5 minutes. Yeah, I've shared it. The key here is to use your own words. The key here is to use your own words. Do not use the, obviously the nouns and all has to be used from the passage, but the rest of the things try to use your own words, express in your own words, own vocabulary, own formal vocabulary. Last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes. Those who are done, start sending it to me. All right. Start sending. Time up. I'll just read a couple, and then we'll have passages and grammar left after this. Take a pic and send it to me on my Telegram. Come on, quickly. All right, I have one here. The man's mental fatigue cannot be reduced by mere rest or inactivity, just like how clothing wears and tears, even mind becomes exhausted if it is overused. However, unlike clothing, mind can be refreshed by engaging in other activities, interests which can rejuvenate. Therefore, the true mental rest comes from engaging and not disengaging. Very good. Can be a little more concise here. Could be a little bit more concise, but good enough. Right. And one more here, as change is the only constant, and the brain also needs to shift from various modes, from active to inactive, and vice versa. When brain is relaxed, rest, and rejuvenated, it becomes further fresh, and brain needs different activities at different times to keep it sharp and active. Again, good enough size is also good. Message conveyed clearly. As simple as that. Sometimes one thing with respect to the Precis is sometimes the language can be little complicated. Okay, so do not to worry too much about the complicated language. Understand it. Okay, read it multiple times. Understand it. That is of paramount importance. And remember, there will be boxes for each. You have to write one word in each box, right? One word in each box you have to write. So first paragraph that you start writing, leave the first, like how you write the first paragraph with a little bit of space from the margin, right? So first box you leave it empty. Start from the second box. Next paragraph, leave one line, you don't write anything. In the one line of boxes, you don't write anything, or leave the first box empty and start the next paragraph. That means the examiner is getting to know that this is the next paragraph that you are starting, right? So always remember to leave the first box empty while starting every new paragraph, and everything else remains same. Let's say you want to put a comma after writing the, let's say you want to put a comma. Mind is refreshed, relaxed, and rejuvenated. You are writing. Okay, mind is refreshed, relaxed, and rejuvenated. So after refreshed, you put a comma, right? Refreshed, comma, relaxed, and rejuvenated. So while writing in the box, mind in one box, is in the next box, relaxed and comma in the third box, refreshed in the fourth box, and in the fifth box, and rejuvenated in the sixth box. So comma also included in the boxes only. Do not use a separate box for comma. So I'll reiterate. Let's say you want to write the mind is relaxed, refreshed, and rejuvenated. So whenever generally we are writing it as a sentence, so there should be a comma after relaxed, comma, refreshed, and rejuvenated. So how do you write it in the boxes given by the Precis? Let's say this is the first line of the paragraph. So first box you leave it empty. Second box you write the. Third box you write mind. Generally, as far as I remember, to the best of my knowledge, there are four boxes per line in the Precis. Okay. So first box you left empty because that is the first line of the paragraph. If not, no need of leaving it empty. The in the second box, mind in the third box, is in the fourth box, relaxed, comma, both relaxed and comma in the fifth box, that is coming in the second line already, rejuvenated in the sixth box, and in the seventh box, refreshed in the eighth box. And after refresh, there's a full stop. So full stop, because after that you have to start a new line, right? So refresh, full stop. That is how you write it. Do not give a separate box for full stop. Include it in the same boxes. The mind is rejuvenated, relaxed, and refreshed. So the in one box, mind in the second box, rejuvenated, comma in the third box. Next box comes relaxed. Next box comes and always remember, use a and d, not the symbol and. Never in the entire compulsory English, no short forms, no symbols. A and d and, not symbol and. Okay, always use the full forms, no short forms. With respect to full, not WRT, ART, no. Like for article, right? Full article, not ART. Like how you rest to it. Under article 19 something, if you have to write not U bar A, full under article. Okay, clear with respect to Precis? Yeah, there are some do's and don'ts, after which I will take your doubts. So do's is, while writing Precis, you have to write the main ideas and viewpoints of the Precis. Ensure that you write it concisely. Ensure that you give an accurate summary of that in using your own formal language. Main ideas or viewpoints, write concisely, give an accurate summary, use your own formal language. Do not over elaborate, because the word limit is 1/3 or the word limit that is given, mentioned. Don'ts, very simple. Examples and other details do not matter here. So no need of examples, substantiation, flowery language, jargons. Do not copy paste, exact copy paste of everything. Own ideas, do not give your own opinions here. Okay, so no need of your own ideas, own opinions, nothing. You have to give the summary or exact summary of what the author is proposing. No need of your own ideas, nothing. Exact summary has to be given. Just in your own language. Remember, own language, not own ideas. This is about Precis. Okay, we'll go to the then we'll go to the passage. Very simple here. Passage. See here, I'll just show you one. A passage is given, generally 6 to 7 paragraphs of passage. Upon that, they will ask 5 questions. Read the passage. It's very easy, and you have to write the answer. Now, how? Own formal language again. Again, do not copy paste. Answer in your own formal language. Avoid copy paste. And write complete sentences. Now, those are written civil services GS exam. There is a tendency of writing incomplete sentences. That's the point. Now, for example, on this question, if you take the question number C here, just see here, question C. Who maintained the land records of ancient India and how? That is the question. You'll directly write the answer there. No, write it in full sentence. The land records of in ancient India, the land records in ancient India were maintained by so and so, so and so, so and so. Full stop. There's one more part, right? How? They were maintained in the following way. Just do not write exactly what it is without writing formal sentences. Ensure English is correct, grammar is correct, sentence is complete. Now, for example, What kind of punishments were given to tax defaulters in ancient times? The tax defaulters in ancient times were subjected to dash dash so and so punishment. What are the principles of taxation followed by good monarchs? The good monarchs followed the following principles of taxation. Proper statements. Directly do not read, oh, they followed this, they followed that, they followed this, just the points. No. In proper sentences, full, complete sentences. If you look at this one here, what are the common property resources? Why are these important? The common property resources are so and so. They are important because the grammar should be correct. What are the contradictions that are pointed out in the last part of the passage? In the last part of the passage, author points out to the following contradictions. How does urban anonymity affect a migration from rural areas to the cities? The urban anonymity affects the rural migration to the cities in the following ways. So, and also remember, if there are two subparts of the question, for example, here there are two subparts. What are the common property resources? Why are these important? Both are addressed in the same. Both are addressed in the same. And there will be spaces given. Ensure you finish the answers in the spaces. And very simple, to the point means do not over elaborate anything. Address all the parts of the question and do not, for whatsoever reason, use the general knowledge you might have. You have to just use the information that is given in the passage to answer. You may have lots of other additional information that is not given in the passage, but that is supposed to be nowhere used in the passage. Okay, that is nowhere supposed to be used in the passage. Only the information, whatever the information they have given here in this passage, has to be used to answer the passage. Only thing is your own language, complete sentences without over elaborating, without copy pasting. If you can do that, you will get good marks in the passage. So just to recap, passages have to be answered based on the content given in the passage. Use your own languages, use your own language, write full sentences, but to the point without over elaborating, and answer all the parts of the question and avoid copy paste. And avoid copy paste. Last part of the today's discussion, grammar. Now grammar is for 50 marks, and it is the most often ignored by the aspirants, and this is the most challenging one also. Many people directly attempt it in the exam. That is very bad thing to do. You have to practice, right? So before I could come to the overall aspects of how to approach, so for grammar, I'll recommend two sources. This Arihant Descriptive English, this book, right? So this is a very good one. Arihant Descriptive English. The authors are S.P. Bakshi and Richa Sharma. This also has the PYQs from civil service examination, PYQs from forest service examination, SSC, CGL. From a lot of sources, they have sourced the question. Okay, Arihant Descriptive English. Okay, so you can buy that book and practice. Now I'll show you the types of questions. One common question that they ask is this one: rewrite the following sentences after making necessary corrections. So this 10, this is like a common thing that is there. So 10 statements will be there. There will be some fault in that statement. You have to identify that fault. And one more type is adjective form of the following words. This is 5 marks. Noun form of the following words. Making the sentences, the adverbs and hours they have given. So you have to use both adverbs and hours and make a sentence. This is fairly easy. And using the idioms, like today I started now, it's raining cats and dogs. I added a giraffes, dinosaurs, etc. But using these idioms, you have to make a legible sentence, and that's for 10 marks. So generally what I have seen here is the 5A is there, right? Rewriting the sentences after making necessary corrections is common for all years. Remaining other things keep on changing. Now, if you go back to this 2021 paper, this is the common. I told you that these 10 questions are common. Rewrite the following sentences after correcting grammatical errors. So that is there. And this making the sentence is also there. This, like, affect, lose, quiet, quite, unqualified, disqualified, imitate, intimate. So you have to make the sentences. That is also there. But this has like idioms is also there here. Okay, and adjectives and nouns. But here they have added one more here. Rewrite the following sentences as directed. Change into direct speech. Change into passive voice. And change the degree of comparison. Right. So this keeps on changing. Remaining things keep on same. But this part, grammatical errors for 10 marks is for sure. Okay. So what you have to do is for this 10 marks, okay, along with the Arihan, there is a lot of YouTube channels. There was one very good YouTube channels when I wrote this exam back in 2021. That I think it's now deactivated, or I'm unable to find it. Okay, I'm unable to find it. But there are many. Okay, for many exams, not just for Forest Service, for SSC, CGL. So watch a good one. See the comments first. See like where good thing is there. So use that for this grammatical errors part. Rest of the adjective form, noun form, active voice to passive voice, changing the degree, etc. Do it from that descriptive English by Arihan, or if there are any other YouTube channels that do it, that is also fine, guys. Okay, so that is also fine. So my suggestion is, many people ignore this 50 marks and end up with what, 15, probably even lesser, or at best 20. So do not ignore this. My suggestion is, essay to somehow you will manage. Okay, letter writing, you just have to remember the format. Report writing, you have to remember the format. Precis writing, you have to just be aware, remember the format. Same with respect to the passages. If you do not write any essay and go also, it is fine. Okay, as long you can write one paragraph of Prezi, one paragraph of essay, one letter you can write, just the format, one sample letter using PYQs, one letter or one or two letters, one or reports and letters you can write one or two. Prezi you can write one or two. Essay you can, if you want, you can write. I wouldn't suggest. Passage, so you can directly go and attempt, not an issue. But daily 1 hour, one to 1.5 hour, I want you to give for English. And in that 1 to 1.5 hour, practice grammar. Practice once in a while, write a Prezi, once in a while, write a letter, once in a while, write a report. But daily 1 to 1.5 hour, give for grammar part. Target should be, out of 50, try and get close to 40 here, or 35, 40 marks, so that overall score gets boosted. Many people not even get 20 in this because they don't practice enough. So practice the grammatical errors on YouTube channels. Even in descriptive English, they have given. They just keep on practicing as many questions as possible. Writing nouns, writing the noun version, the adjective version, active voice to passive voice. Keep on writing that. And when you are writing that and you practice, that will be done. Do not ignore grammar for any cost whatsoever. Just keep on writing and that should be fine. And overall, before we wrap up, if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Okay, before we wrap up, one more thing is, do not ignore English. Many people ignore English, score very below average marks like 120, 130 out of 300, and then end up not making it to the final list. And also, do not ignore your forest service preparation for whatsoever reason, guys. Two options can be easily done in the time that you have. English can be easily done. GS, so you have general knowledge or GS. So anyways, you have done. So it's a very easy, low hanging fruit. Harness it right well, right to the best of your abilities. Don't ignore any subject. Fight for each mark. You never know, like, little bit of luck going your way, you can be in the list very easily in this exam. And many people do the mistake of not practicing English enough, especially the grammar part. Be very crystal clear with respect to the letter. Be very crystal clear with respect to the report writing, respect to the precise writing. Essay, I have told you what to do, and I have told you what to do in the passages. Grammar, if you can practice daily 1 hour, that's more than sufficient. And with respect to your options, keep practicing. Presentation is important. If your option is forestry or geology, the diagrams using color pencils, etc., is of paramount importance. Keep doing that, and just go and give your best, and hopefully this exam, along with civil service exam, you will clear. All right. Take care and have a good day. And if you're staying in Bangalore, okay, do take good care of yourself from the incessant rains Bangalore is facing. All right. I'll see you guys soon. If you have any further doubts, you can directly message me on my Telegram channel.